Good morning, children. How are you? Yesterday we talked about weddings. Do you remember? Lots of fun things happen at weddings. We learnt about the bride and the groom and the promises they make at the wedding. And we also talked about the party that happens afterwards. The other thing we talked about was the letter W, the W letter. Chris wrote the word wedding, and then some more words that also begin with the letter W. He wrote warm, wet, and windy. I'm sure you found some other W and W words to write down as well. There's an important difference between those words that we're going to talk about today, and it's to do with how you say them. Warm and wet are short words that we say in just one go. Wedding and windy are longer words that are harder to read, and we say them in two parts. Wedding and windy. Can you hear the difference? The parts of the words have a special name. We call them syllables. Syllables. Warm and wet have one syllable. Wedding and windy have two syllables. Some words have 3 syllables or even 4 syllables. When you're reading words and stories and there's a long word that you aren't sure about, you can break it down into different parts, into the different syllables to make it easier to work it out, just like we've done with those words today. Now, we've got a really cool video that explains this with pictures and lots of fun characters. So we're going to play that for you now. When you're watching it, join in with the clapping and see if you can work out how the syllables work.
Hi! Okay, everybody. The English language has many words like this. So many words. And every word can be split into parts. We call these parts syllables. Syllables. A word could have 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or even more syllables.
Syllables. Could a word have 1,000,000 syllables?
No, that is too many syllables.
What about 4 syllables?
Yes, I already said that. Ha! No more questions. Anyway, a syllable is like a beat. Do you know what a beat is? Drummer! Please play a beat. Thank you. That is a good beat. You can make a beat by clapping your hands. Now get those hands up. Let's practice one beat. Okay, ready? Here we go. Clap. Ho-ho! Now let's try it with some words. We start with the easy ones. Words with 1 syllable and therefore 1 beat. The first word is dog.
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 I said dog. Ha-ha! Good girl. Now everybody clap your hands to make 1 beat when I say the word dog. Okay, ready? Here we go. Dog. 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 Dog! Hey! Good job. Next, we'll try a word with 2 syllables. Apple.
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 I said apple! Huh, thank you. The word apple has 2 syllables and therefore 2 beats. It's kind of like it's split into 2 parts, like this. The first part is ap, and the second part is pull. Now everybody clap your hands and make a beat when I say each part of the word apple. Okay, ready? Here we go. Apple. 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 try a word with 3 syllables. Ladybug.
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 I said ladybug. Wow, that is a big ladybug. The word ladybug has 3 syllables and therefore 3 beats. It's kind of like it is split into 3 parts. The first part is le, the second is D, and the third part is a bug. Now everybody clap your hands and make a beat when I say each part of the word ladybug. Okay, ready? Here we go. Le, D, bug. Le, D, bug. Le, D, bug. Le, D, bug. Ladybug! Ladybug! Good job! Wow! That's it for now. Until next time. See you later.
The best way to work out the syllables in a word is to clap as you say the different parts of the word, just like they did on the video. Now that you've watched the video and seen how it's done, let's do some practicing. We've written some words down that we're going to hold up and say, clapping out the syllables. Chris is here to help me with that. See if you can join in with us. You can clap or stamp your feet or bang a drum or a saucepan or make any kind of noise, whatever you've got that works. We've used more W words to practice with. So,
okay, here we go. I've written the words on a piece of paper and I've used a different colour for each syllable to help Claire learn how to read the words out. Here we go. This is the first one. I think this is an easy one.
okay, that word is we, and I think that's got 1 syllable. So I'm going to say we. We.
Okay, now here's the next one. I think this is going to be pretty easy too.
That word is when, and that's got 1 syllable.
That's right.
When. When.
Okay, now a more difficult one, I think.
I'm ready for it.
Can you see? This one's got 2 colours. Okay, so let's see how Claire does with this one.
So that word says wiggle, like we're doing. And I think that's got 2 syllables. Wiggle. Wiggle. Did I get that right?
I think you got that right. Yeah, well done. Now another one with 2 colours.
We've been using that word a lot. That word is wedding. Wedding. That's got 2 syllables. Wedding.
Right, now the last one. This one's really hard. I don't know if you'll be able to do this one or not. Can you see how many colours this word's got, children? I think it's got 3 colours. So let's see how Claire does with this.
Well, that's a bit of a clue, isn't it? So that word is waterfall. So I think that's got 3 syllables. Waterfall. Should we do it together? Waterfall.
Great job. Now the next thing we're going to do is write down some words that start with W. We've done some already. Okay, so can you remember what we said we were going to do? We're going to draw 3 circles. I'm going to use different colours. That's our first circle, and that's going to be for our 1-syllable words. This is our second circle, and that's going to be for our 2-syllable words. And then we're going to have a circle at the bottom because we were going to try and think of 1 3-syllable word. Right, so let's think of some 1-syllable words. They're going to be easy, I think. What shall we start with? Let's start with we. That's 1 syllable. We. Then we could have when. When. That's another 1-syllable word. And then we could have, we could have another question word. We could have why. We, when, and why are all 1-syllable words. Right, now, let's do our 2-syllable words.
It's going to get trickier now.
No, the first one's going to be really easy because we've been talking about it for ages. The first one is going to be, I'll write it down, you see if you can work it out. What does that say, children? That says wedding. And also, we talked a bit about whether it's warm or hot. We talked about the
weather.
the weather.
Weather.
Right, now, the last one. What can we do for 3 syllables?
This is going to be really, really tricky.
I know. I think this is probably what Mrs. Dunn's like. We're going to say that Mrs. Dunn is a wonderful teacher.
Ah, wonderful.
That's
3
my
syllables.
favourite 3-syllable word.
Well done. You've done a fantastic job with that, Chris. Now then, children, can you press the pause button and see if you can do the same thing? So you need to draw 3 circles and write some words starting with the letter W in each circle. The first circle has 1-syllable words. The second circle has 2-syllable words. And the third circle, if you can manage it, because it might be hard, is a 3-syllable word. So off you go and we'll see you soon. Now we're going to move on. We've learnt about weddings and the letter W.
Yep.
When 2 people get married, they become a family and their jobs in the family change as the family grows. So after the wedding, the bride and the groom become the wife and the husband. If they have children, they become mummy and daddy, and their parents become grandparents. So they might be called granny and granddad, or grandmother and grandfather. How many syllables do you think there are in the words grandmother and grandfather? Can you clap them out, Chris?
Let's see. So, grandmother.
That's it.
That was 1, 2, 3. So that's 3 syllables in grandmother.
Very good. What about grandfather?
Grandfather. That's 3 syllables as well, isn't it?
It is.
They're the
Yes.
same.
Very good.
Good.
So, there's a really fun way of drawing all of the people in your family, and it's called a family tree. Shall we have a go at that together?
Okay, so we're going to do a family tree for me and Claire. So we start off with 2 boxes in the middle. Can you guess who they're going to be for? This one's going to be for me, so we put Chris in it. This one's going to be for Claire, so we write Claire in it. Now, I've got 2 parents. I've got my mum and dad. But after we had children, we didn't call them mum and dad anymore. They became Granny and Grandad. And Claire had 2 parents, and they became...
Well, we called them different names, didn't we? So that our children knew who we were talking about. So they were called Grandma. That's it.
Grandma
And Grandpa.
Grandpa. Lovely. Now, after we'd been married for a little while, we had 2 children. So we're going to do 2 lines coming out of here for our children. And we've got 2 boys, so we'll do a box for each of them. And our boys are called Sam and Gareth.
Yep.
So that's their names. And can you see, when you do it like that, it looks a bit like a tree. That we've got the brown trunk down here, which is all brown, with our children. And then up here, we've got the top of the tree with all the leaves. So that's why we call it a family tree.
That's brilliant, Chris. Well done. Right, children, now it's your turn. Why don't you go off and draw your family tree with you in the middle and all of the different members of your family named on it as well. I'm sure somebody in the house can help you with that. Have a good time doing that, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.
Bye.